What's up, guys and girls? This is James at Lock in the Value and Copy My Crypto, talking to you today about the wonderful world of crypto. Right. um, what I want to cover today is actually to do with two things. What's going to speed up, or what's going to be the catalyst for adoption? What countries could be the catalyst for adoption, and for crypto, and why the why crypto is going to be massive in working against probably your own fiat currency at the moment, which is usually down to inflation. I want to get to that as well. Before I do, as always, the spreadsheet's updated. These were the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would crash. It's in the bull cycle. You'd invested $100 into each. You'd be in profit for 23 grand from your 2600 investment. I'm only in a few. The rest are compounded into projects that offer far, far better opportunities, whether it's potentials for quick flips, potentials for quick gains, potentials for huge ROIs, or even APYs. And if you're brand new to crypto, or even if you've been in crypto a while, this is something you will want to check out. Link is in the description. Let's get into it, guys. So before we do, Bitcoin's sort of holding steady above 40k, which is good to see. You know, there's not been huge retracements. Um, Everything's sort of steady. It still feels like this accumulation phase, but obviously we've got the death cross coming, so we've got to keep an eye on that. But other than that, there's not been any major swings really. AMP obviously has done all right. Thorchain's done okay. Everything else sort of steady, like either small percentage losses or small percentage gains. Nothing overly significant. Um, Now, Bitcoin is well, I want to talk about something that Paul Tudor Jones said. So Paul Tudor Jones is a hedge fund manager, and he told CNBC that he sees Bitcoin as an important way for investors to diversify their portfolios and had increased his own allocation. And he said that off the basis of inflation. He was saying it's a good hedge against inflation, as the US, as effectively as the US government is, and as the Fed is sort of ignoring the issues around inflation. Bitcoin is a good hedge against the US dollar, effectively, right? Now, we are all, I mean, in most countries at the moment, developed countries, we are all sort of sleepwalking into negative interest rates within our banks. I mean, like anyone in the UK, you'll be lucky if you're getting above 0.1% interest on a savings account in the UK. And then when you factor in the rates of inflation, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, especially in like I can talk with sound knowledge about the UK. I can talk a bit about the America, but what we're seeing is over COVID, we've seen businesses collapse. We've seen we've seen people's jobs disappear. Their savings, a lot of people are using their savings or having to take loans, but the return on investment or the return of your money in a bank account is negligible compared to the rate of inflation. I mean, even if we just look based on sort of yearly basis across different countries, it's staggeringly bad. So we've got based on the yearly basis, Britain, we're knocking around 1.47%. That's not as bad as a lot of the other countries. Obviously, you can see Turkey's getting absolutely hammered at the moment. Now, um, but yeah, all of these percentages are far, far too high. I mean, other than Greece, right? But even if we then switch, we have a look at America. So this is all based on the consumer price index. Um, but America's has been skyrocketing over the past like 2 years from 0.65% across through to about 4.99% inflation. Staggering, staggeringly high. And again, with Canada, even Canada's at 3.39% based on the consumer index, consumer price index of April of last month, of a couple months ago. Um, it's looking bad. It's looking bad across the board. So having your money in a bank account feels feels pointless at this moment in time. And if you're in crypto, or if you've got, if you're watching this, you're in crypto, and you know that you're getting better returns with your money elsewhere on a better interest account, whether it's you start putting your money into a high yield interest account through a stable coin, you know there's plenty of places where you can get anywhere from 6 to like 14% in some places in terms of interest rate for your stable coins. You know, if you're an American, then having the US dollar in a stable coin, like a Tether or USDC, and putting it into an interest account is far better for you um, than having it in your bank. It's just far better. And even with additional tax hassles, it is still better. And really, wherever we are in the world, or wherever anyone is in the world at the moment, the inflation rates are getting insane. They're getting insane, and I can't help but think that as time is going to move on, banks will have to start looking at DeFi in terms of rates of return. Now, a bank can't promise that. No bank, you're not going to get 14% or 8% in a bank, but they're going to probably have to start looking at ways to entice millennials in particular back in, because most millennials at the moment that are in crypto have more than half their wealth in crypto. And that trend's only going to escalate, which comes on to my next point, is how the hell crypto is going to be adopted. And the biggest thing that we're going to see, and we've already started seeing it, is based on infrastructure. Now, the countries without a good monetary infrastructure, China, India, Pakistan, Nigeria, Mexico, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Brazil, Philippines, these countries don't have a good monetary infrastructure. That's how many people in each country don't have a bank account. Now we know crypto has been quite well adopted in Nigeria, uh, and particularly in certain areas of Nigeria where scams are quite prevalent. But recently we've seen El Salvador looking at bringing in Bitcoin to go alongside as a national currency effectively. And part of the innovation and part of the progress that's going to come with crypto is going to be about the adoption within some of these countries. Because places where we either people don't have banks or there isn't good infrastructure in the first place, this gives everyone the opportunity to be able to earn money. However you want to, like, however they do it, whether it's you you're on a market stall and you're going, I'm selling you all the vegetables and the fruits that I grow, but um, I don't have a bank account, so you can't you can give me cash, but I can't do anything with it other than just use it again. But some of these people can start building wealth, and these people can start building wealth in cryptos. And that's what we're going to start seeing. We're already seeing the first implementations of it in places like El Salvador. And if we actually look through just the basic data around, oh, that's a random thing. And if we look at like adoption around the world, now crypto is pretty well adopted. As I said, Nigeria, pretty well adopted. And this is based on 2020. We know that percentage is a lot higher now. And if you come back, Nigeria, there we go. And next, Vietnam. Vietnam was definitely there. There you go. Philippines, Turkey, Peru, Switzerland, India, China. India, China, Philippines. There you go. And that's what we all should be looking at, is realistically some of the biggest, the cryptos that are going to start having the biggest success are going to be ones that are used within these countries, because it's going to be initial adoption and it's going to be a huge uptake in initial adoption. Now we saw like a great example is Cardano have started laying groundwork in Ethiopia. They're laying groundwork all around Africa. And if it's adopted throughout the countries within Africa, it will start moving the price because there's so many people that are going to start using it. Combine that with just the momentum that that brings to a market, and those coins are going to start moving. So it is really worthwhile keeping an eye out on the coins that are most prevalent in the areas that are needed the most, because the reason that they're most prevalent, and a lot of it's Bitcoin, a lot's Ethereum. One thing that we have seen, by the way, is lots of coins. XRP is really popular in a few of these countries. Stellar and Litecoin are very popular in a few of these countries. Monero, surprisingly not, as much as you would have expected. Um, and something I'm going to be keeping my eye out on for the next sort of few years is how crypto projects are going to start laying groundwork in the areas that need it most. Because adoption is the key to the growth of this sector. I mean, the sector's going to grow, but adoption increases the pace with which it grows. Um, and like I say, I can see Cardano growing just off of the basis of the ties that they've started bringing into the African countries. I can see cryptos, especially payment solution cryptos, when they start making it into the mainstream of India, I expect them to skyrocket, absolutely skyrocket, because there's nearly 200 million people in India without a bank account. But they will use that. They'll use money, but they'll use that as well. Because everyone, wherever you are, almost everyone in the world has a phone. And that's the starting point. And then you start looking as well about which apps are going to be the most beneficial to you to use. Because again, said cryptocurrency with said app could really have some benefits. But I don't know, it's just really talking, to be honest, guys. There's not a huge amount here. I just want to sort of present an idea to make people think. But the fact that how common is crypto, a lot of these countries match up to the countries without bank accounts is no coincidence. And the biggest thing that's going to drive this market is getting the countries that need it the most to adopt it. And it really is. If you're, spending your time looking at crypto and stuff, keep an eye on which cryptos are going to be the most popular and most used in these countries, and see if there's overlap. At the moment, it's Bitcoin. It's pretty much the daddy across them all. Um, but payment solutions and speed of transfer, that's going to be an important factor as adoption increases. So then looking at which of those coins are speeding up, are scaled enough to work fast and are being used in those countries, because that is the key to the market moving positively throughout time, but certainly at a rate of speed. And it was just an idea, guys. I just wanted to present it as an idea. Um, but yeah, and also, if you've got crypto, if you've got money in your bank account, I'd make, I've done it. I'm making mine into a decent chunk of my capital is in stable coins that earns interest, because I don't want too much in my bank account because it does nothing there. So it's something to think about. I hope you're all doing well. The weather is absolutely stunning still in the UK. I can't get over how hot it is. Can't handle it. Anyway, um, as always, guys, if you're new to crypto, or even if you've been in crypto for a while, check out Copy My Crypto. It's a perfect opportunity for you to see what I'm holding, why I'm holding it, and the benefits that some of these coins bring, and some of them bring some insane benefits. But yeah, that's it. Take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.